Part 3, Sunday, February 16th. This will be my take 3 episode on the Comet 2024 G3 Atlas. Still in the constellation Grus. Let's get into it real quick. See, I'm going to have to talk like the Riddler. Now I'm going to go back to the constellation of words and look at this. Continue with this right here. Grus, back during the Alexandria, around this time, tells us that the crane was a symbol of the star observer in Egypt. Okay, and the term Mangos was used in the Hellenistic world rather loosely for astronomers, astrologers, magicians. Was no distinction in the era. Magus were this right here, priestly castle of Mies in Persia. Magi is used in English for these three wise men who visited the infant Christ. Interesting that this is brought up in this constellation. The first interpreters of the stars were called Magi's or Magus. As we read of those who made known the birth of Christ in the gospel. Afterwards, they only had the name mathematics, which is mathematics now. The word we use for mathematics. Okay, as I read down, words that stick out: labyrinth, which is like a maze. And let's see what else sticks out. Mystical maze. That in prison, that sticks out. Listening in the air, Hercules. I'm going to refocus on right here. See what we could find. With Thoth was seen as always writing down everything. The images that we have, he's always writing down right here. Always seen like he's always seen as the writer. Like a secretary, like a court reporter, always documenting everything. He was the father of writing during those times, and so many other. He was seen as neutral. I was listening to some videos. I was trying to educate myself real quick. Like, I mean, you could go hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks, years and years. I mean, we got scholars on this, and they're still learning this about Thoth's sacred writings. I mean, he was really into writing, and he had so many other gifts, knowledge, insights. Let's get to the 1%.
Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber. Then reveal I to him the great mysteries. Soon shall he follow to where I shall meet him. Even in the darkness of earth shall I meet him. I, Thoth, Lord of Wisdom, meet him and hold him, and dwell with him always. Builded I the great pyramid, patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning each.
See, it gets kind of confusing because in other interpretations, he was with the Anunnakis. Some are saying 300, 200, 100,000 years ago, and he was part of the Atlanteans. So, but others say he incarnates. He comes and he goes. He goes into the darkness. He comes back into the light. So there's a little confusion there on my part. Okay, here.
Oft dream I of bears that have passed into night. Aeon on aeon, thou existed in beauty, a light shining through the darkness of night. Mighty in power, ruling the earthborn, Lord of the earth in Atlantis day. King of the nations, Master of wisdom, temple, light of the earth, and
okay, I'll leave a link on this video right here. I'm fishing right now.
Tablet 1, the history of Thoth, the Atlantean. I, Thoth, the Atlantean, master of mysteries, keeper of records, mighty king magician.
So, see what I mean? He was before the 13,000 BC. We had that catastrophic, which has already been proven by all the scientists and of the Great Flood, how sea rose, and it must have been a comet impact. Who knows? We don't know what it was. Asteroid destroyed Atlantis. Atlantis sank. Plato writes about it, and he got the knowledge from Egyptian priests that recorded that event. But we have Thoth in the Egyptian culture too. Half bird, half human. We have him also in the time of Atlantis. 36,000 years ago, 86,000 years ago. I can't remember the exact number. 100,000 years ago. In that civilization with the Anunnakis. Let's continue here. This is like I'm learning here.
Living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after, these records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis. In the great city of Kior, on the island of Undal, in a time far past, I began this incarnation. Not as the little men of the present age did the
mighty ones of Atlantis. Have to pause here and there. This is real fascinating, folks. This is very, very fascinating. It's just mind-blowing information that's here. I mean, it's so way out there, so fascinating. I love it.
Mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from aeon to aeon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river...
The halls of Amenti, that's like the halls of record, the Akistic library, where all knowledge and everything is written down.
Of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 have I descended the dark way that led into light, and as many times have I...
100 times 10. Well, that's a lot.
Ascended from the darkness into the light,
into the darkness, into the light, my strength and power renewed.
Strength and power renewed. Now for a time I descend, and the men of Chem shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn will I rise again.
In a time he will rise again, unknown. He comes and it goes. He comes and it goes.
Mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me.
Accounting of those left behind me.
Then beware, O men of Chem, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching, for I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves from whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye.
Wow, it's heavy stuff.
Remember and heed my words, for surely will I return again and require of thee that which ye guard. Aye, even from beyond time and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your truest.
That's very powerful words. Return. And there's also other accounts
offering us insights into human nature and our quest for understanding. He serves as a reminder of our shared heritage, our collective curiosity, and the eternal desire to unlock the secrets of the universe. Thoth's role was pivotal, for he was the divine arbitrator, the one who maintained the equilibrium of the cosmos. He was the custodian of the celestial balance, the guardian of the sacred keys of knowledge, wisdom, and magic. His legacy, etched in the sands of ancient Egypt, continues to captivate the hearts and minds.
So we have him placed in ancient Egypt, but during the time of the Anunnaki, let's say before 13,000 years BC, as the builder of the pyramids. You see what I'm getting? I mean, you got one group saying that it could be as old as 400,000 years to 300 to 200 to 86 to BC. And we have groups that after the Great Flood, but we already have a record that there was a Great Flood back in 13,000 BC. 13,000 BC. We have, it's just amazing. So he's between two parallel universe reality, but yet the message here is very fascinating.
Of those who seek to unravel the mysteries of the universe. His story, like the keys he holds, is a window into the grandeur of the cosmos and our place within it. Thoth's influence was not confined to the ethereal realms. It was an influence that was pervasive, not only in the divine spheres, but also in the world of the mortals, transforming both dimensions in ways that are profound. The wisdom of Thoth was a force that flowed down into the...
So we're talking dimensional now, both dimension. In 2 dimensions, it comes and goes, like a Stargate. This is amazing. This here looks like some sort of mirror.
The everyday existence of the ordinary people, subtly contouring the landscape of their lives, insinuating itself into the very essence of their culture. It was an influence that was as vast as the Nile and as enduring as the pyramids. This wisdom that Thoth possessed was not a mere abstraction, a concept intangible and obscure. It was a wisdom was concrete, practical, and usable.
You see the artists, there's no way they messed up. I mean, because they got tremendous, beautiful artwork. These entities, these beings, were here. I mean, they're here. The writing's on the wall.
A wisdom that found its expression and application in the realms of writing, science, and mathematics. It was Thoth who bestowed upon humanity the gift of these disciplines, empowering them with the ability to reason, to calculate, and to communicate. These were the tools that...
Let's not forget mathematics. Mathematics, it's in the equation.
Would shape the course of human history, the implements that would build civilizations, and the instruments that would chart the path of progress. His contributions to humanity were not limited to those spheres alone. Thoth, the god of knowledge, was also the guardian of truth, the custodian of records, and the chronicler of existence. Whether appearing in the form of an ibis or a baboon, Thoth was a constant presence, a vigilant observer, an unerring recorder. He was always watching, always documenting, always inscribing. Acting as the divine scribe, he noted down every event, every incident, every...
So he was like a court reporter, like what you see in the courtroom, lady, man, typing away and recording every single word. Was like a recorder. He recorded everything during the time of the Anunnakis and the time of the ancient Egyptians. And he's immortal. He comes and goes.
Every occurrence. His words, the records of the past, were not merely archives of history. They were more than that. They were the threads that wove the tapestry of reality, the strokes that painted the picture of existence, the notes that composed the symphony of life.
Upward we rose into the morning. Dark beneath us lay the temple. Suddenly, over it rose the waters, vanished from earth until the time appointed was the great temple. Fast we fled toward the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Chem. Raging, they became with cudgels and spears, lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then raised I my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone of the mountain. Then spoke I to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying we were children of the sun and its messengers. Cowed I them by my display of magic science.
It mentions in other videos that I listened to, the moon. He has a lot of connection with the moon. In another video, I mean, there's so many videos. Basically, we're being reminded of him in the book of wisdom, the book of the dead, book of this, book of that, tablets. You know, there's things there. Oh, of course, I'm not losing my faith in Jesus Christ. He's number one. He's my Lord. It's also good to know what it was before Jesus Christ and how they lived and how they fought and how they civilizations came up and died, came up and died, came up and died. Now we're in the fourth, and this one is prophesied to be destroyed by fire. So many prophets and writings of the Bible.
Long and yet long again, until obeying the commands of the Master, who, while sleeping, yet lives eternally, I sent from me the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time, wisdom might rise again in her children. Long time I dwelt in the land of Chem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward grew into the light of knowledge the children.
And also the children of the light. He has, which one was it? I think it was there's so much. It's just totally mind-blowing. There's a book that he wrote about the children of the light, time to shine, renew, shine, 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 that we all come from. He talks about darkness, he talks about light, he talks about balance, ancient knowledge, forbidden knowledge, and for many. So many time splits here, like Multiverse, like the movie with Doctor Strange, and for those that follow that, I'm a big fan of Doctor Strange. It has different realities, different existence. But all this information is very difficult to absorb. I mean, you could absorb 1 or 2 maybe percent, but it's very difficult. And I'll leave a link down below. Hopefully this time this video gets through. I'm not done yet. Oh, by the way, the wolf, the next destination is the Phoenix on Friday, the 21st of February. The Phoenix. That should be cool. So the wolf is basically giving us a tour of the cosmos. It's reminding me, educating me of these records, these history, ancient history, these knowledge, these forbidden knowledge, these information. I mean, I learned too. I learned so much. I didn't know the Magi changed their name to Math. I mean, to be an astronomer, you need to be excellent in math. That's how you get the coordinates, longitude, ascension. You need to have that. And also the other one with the spears, the one that the constellation of words start with the H. It was like a math. It was like what Nostradamus used, like a ball that spin, and he could tell the movements of the stars.
So the Grus constellation lies in the southern sky.
Now, right here,
Star located 32.6 light years from Earth.
Okay, a lot of you seen this. This planet over there in the constellation Grus, greenish, goldish color. There was an image. Let me see if I can find it right here. And these star constellation. There's one with the map. Okay, this right here. That they found that this, and here you got constellation right here, Lupus. That's where the wolf, Capricorn, and right here you have the Pleiades, the 7 sisters, right here. So for some reason this was important. The sun, the moon. Yeah, so I found that fascinating. That this here Lupus is on top, because these two are not next side by side each other. And you're missing Sagittarius probably up here. For some reason this was important to them. So there we have it. Pretty cool. The mystery continues. What's that 1%? The 1% is that mathematics, Magi's, that changed their names. The ancient astronomers, that's what they were referred to as all the wisdom and knowledge and history, pre-flood, after the flood. Civilization, rise and fall, all the books, all the wisdom, the light people, so much that's here. In other words, basically, you know what? Let me do a random before I close out. Okay, I'm going to do a random. Take this right here.
Great were my people in the ancient.
Okay, so what I mean by random, before I sign off, is I'm just going to go back and forth and let it stop wherever it goes and see the last words. It's a game. Okay, so let's put on mute. Let's just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Okay, close your eye, open. Okay, now play it. Let's see what it says. Put the volume up.
Time. For knew I that in these words lay wisdom, and a way to explore the mysteries of time. Then sought I to solve the mystery of time. Found I that time moves through strange angles. Yet only by curves could I hope to attain the key that would give me access to the time-space. Found I that only by moving upward, and yet again by moving to rightward, could I be free from the time of the movement.
Okay, time. That's something that a lot of us don't have the luxury of. Time. So the movement of time. And I'm going to change gears to another subject of the basically end time. I did learn some things listening, and how it will possibly end and who the players will be. And I'm going to cover that because it's right before your eyes. I mean, it's right in front. How the lies and deception and people being manipulated, and the unborn being, it's sickening. But it's right before your eyes. The thing is, people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid to talk about it. And another thing too, before I sign off, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I should have said that in the beginning. That's why. And another thing, in closing, also learn darkness to light, or light into darkness, and the truth will be revealed. Everything will be revealed. So this is interesting. The comet is in this constellation. I mean, it's not by name, but it's reference it. They were put there for a reason. I mean, all these constellations have a history. They have a story to tell. Maybe I did crack 1%. This is so far out. This constellation is a mind blower, and it doesn't even. And the thing is, people don't even know about it. I mean, the ones that know about it are the astronomers. The professionals know about it. That know about this are reminded, because everywhere you pluck, like miles and miles of grapevine yard, grapes hanging from strings, and there's millions and billions and trillions of grapes. I mean, I just plucked, well, how many? About 5, 6, 7? Hopefully I plucked one as a reminder of this constellation, the importance of this constellation, because it's all written in the walls. Everything's written. Oh yeah, what I was going to say, by fire, I've always, from day one, for a long time, for decades, Revelation chapter 17 verse 5, because that is the one that's going to bring us down. It's bringing us down. That has no sense of moral whatsoever. None. So the light is shining on darkness. You can see it all around. You can feel it. So there it is. The wolf entos. Thank you, the wolf. Until next time, Bedfather.